So in today's video, we are going to go over everything you need to know about having a perfect checklist. So let's get right into it.
Just before we get into today's video, we wanted to let you guys know that we are looking for an editor.
So if you have any background in video editing and want to work with us, make sure to hit us up. Check out the email here or in the description and send us some of your samples, and then we can work from there together.
If you want to get tasks done, you need to get yourself a checklist. That way you could get them done efficiently and quickly.
With the help of a checklist, it shows you all the tasks you need to do. So that way you can prioritize them and start with the most important and work your way down that list. If you need to add a few things, you may add it down. And once you have done some of them, you can cross them off the checklist.
Now, the reason why it's extremely important that you have a checklist is that you can optimize your time. We all know that time is extremely scarce and we don't have a lot of it. So why waste any of it? And with the help of a checklist, you're able to optimize exactly every second and make sure that you're productive at all times.
And we are not talking about just a mental checklist. We are talking about a physical checklist, ideally on a pen and paper. If not, you can jot it down on apps such as Notion or in your notes. One way you can physically write down the tasks so you can see them yourself, because there is a quote that says if you do have a problem, if you can write it down, 90% of the problem's already gone. So utilize this fact and use it to your best advantage.
Now, it's all good saying why you should do it, but let's get on to saying exactly how you should complete it. Now, to get the most out of doing the checklist, what I like to do is break things down into two segments. Now, these two things are going to be breaking in the segments that tasks are going to be recurring on a daily basis and the tasks that you need to do for that given day. And if you split them into these two categories, you're going to have a much more better managed time.
So for instance, our daily tasks include walking Apollo, coming up with video ideas, editing YouTube videos. These tasks are things that we need to think about every single day. However, on the other hand, we have specific tasks for that day. For instance, if you have a video coming up, like our mud runner video, we have different tasks for that day. Or if we're doing a rock climbing video, anything that pops up, those are given tasks for that day that we need to complete. So it all just varies, but we still have to do our daily tasks alongside with these. So split yours up as well. So this way you can easily cross them out one by one.
Something that you all need to realize is that not everyone's day is going to be going as planned, and that is an extremely important reason why you should also categorize your tasks as well. That way you can free up so much time that if something does just pop up randomly, you have enough time to sort it out. If you're working late night but you've managed your time extremely well and a friend of you says let's go out tonight, and you actually wanted to go out for a meal and discuss something about work, then that way you could get to that as well. So remember that if you do categorize your day and plan ahead, you have time to do other things as well, things that are just going to come out randomly and are going to make you spontaneous decisions.
Another thing with writing tasks is you might not know how to complete the task at that given moment, but by writing it down you can reverse engineer it and start from the beginning and think, how can I go about this to get to this task? And it's very useful. Literally sit down, and if you have to use diagrams such as a spider web, Venn diagrams, whatever that helps you, literally sit down and do it and think how you can get about this task. It will make it much more clear for yourself and you can complete it this way.
Now, for you to actually be able to get the most out of these daily tasks and get the checklist gone on all the way, you need to make sure that you're regularly updating your checklists. An old software is not good and it needs to be updated regularly, and that also goes for your checklist as well. So make sure you're always staying on top of it. And if you also want to stay on top of everything else, make sure to check out all of our other videos on the channel as well. We're on the journey of trying to help improve everyone and ourselves as well. So make sure you check out the rest of the videos which might be helpful for you.
Thank you so much for your support, and stay traditional.